Imagine a world without one of the deadliest events in human history. No mass graves, no villages abandoned, no shadows of plague doctors. The Black Death killed up to 200 million people in the 14th century, nearly half of Europe's population. It tore through villages, cities, and kingdoms, rewriting the course of history in just a few short years. But what if it never happened? Would humanity have advanced faster without such devastation? Or was that darkness strangely necessary to push us forward? Today, we'll explore how science, politics, and even the Renaissance might have looked in a plague-free timeline. Spoiler, it's not as simple as more people equals a better world. In our timeline, the plague arrived in Europe in 1347, carried by trade ships and spread by fleas on rats. Spreading like wildfire, it reshaped everything, from religion to science to art. Within just a few years, entire cities were wiped out. Priests prayed in empty churches. Farmers abandoned their fields. It felt like the end of the world. But let's imagine the opposite. In a world without the Black Death, Europe's population would continue to rise. By the mid-14th century, instead of shrinking, cities would swell to overcrowded levels. Imagine crowded medieval cities, narrow medieval streets packed with merchants, craftsmen, and beggars. Food would become scarcer, competition harsher. At first glance, more people sounds like progress. More hands to build, more minds to think. But history rarely works that simply. Here's where things change. Without the massive population loss, workers would remain cheap, and land would stay in the hands of the nobility. The Black Death gave rise to social mobility, forced feudal lords to bargain with peasants. A desperate shortage of labor gave ordinary people new power. Wages rose, serfs walked away from their lords. For the first time in centuries, social mobility cracked open the rigid hierarchy of medieval Europe. But without the plague, that door may have stayed shut. Europe might remain trapped in a system where the rich grew richer and peasants remained bound to the land. Without labor shortages forcing innovation, without wealth being redistributed, that explosion of art, science, and discovery may have been delayed, or never happened at all. Think about it. No Leonardo da Vinci sketching his inventions. No Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel. No Copernicus daring to challenge the heavens. Imagine centuries of creativity, silenced before it ever began. And here's something people forget. The Black Death also forced medicine to evolve. With death everywhere, physicians had to confront their failures. Universities began rethinking old theories. Without the crisis, Europe might cling longer to outdated medical practices, like bloodletting and superstition, slowing progress even further. And it doesn't stop there. A denser Europe with slower innovation could mean no age of exploration when it happened, no early scientific revolution, possibly a Europe left behind as other empires advanced, like the Ottomans or Ming China. In our world, European explorers eventually set sail and colonized much of the globe. But in this alternate timeline, perhaps the Chinese treasure fleets reached the Americas first. Perhaps the Middle East, not Europe, became the hub of modern science and industry. Think of the ripple effects. English, Spanish, and French might not dominate today's global languages. Christianity might not spread so widely across continents. The Industrial Revolution might spark somewhere else. Maybe in Istanbul. Maybe in Beijing, reshaping the balance of power forever. Our modern world map, our languages, our technologies, all of it could look unrecognizable. Imagine history rewritten from the ground up, all because the Black Death never came. So was the Black Death, strangely necessary for the world we know. It was a tragedy of unimaginable scale, leaving scars that echoed for generations. But without it, society may have stayed locked in the Dark Ages far longer. Our medicine, our technology, even the very videos you're watching right now, may never have existed. History is full of paradoxes. Sometimes it's the darkest chapters that ignite the brightest flames. The Black Death, as horrific as it was, may have set the stage for the Renaissance, the scientific revolution, and the modern age. And it leaves us with an unsettling question. Would we sacrifice human progress to spare millions of lives? Or was the suffering, unbearable as it was, the price of the world we live in today? So, what do you think? Would you choose a world without the Black Death, even if it meant sacrificing the Renaissance? Let me know your thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe. Keep the story alive. This is What If, where the past meets possibility.